on that.
Yeah, that's
Right up on there. Right on
the
down
same. It looks good and even.
road. Now this does get drip edge, don't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I know that last one we didn't do.
No,
drip
yeah, they got to have drip edge. Yeah. Yeah, we'll put the gutter on, drip edge, and then the whole, like we normally would do. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm glad you're inside.
Was you and Jeff talking about man stuff?
What?
are you doing?
Is somebody talking? Somebody talking?
What are you doing? Are you playing music?
I want to sing you my song. I ain't heard it since I was 12. Railroad station, people getting on. Some are going north, and some are going south. I just want to go home. There aren't to be takers. Some just want to give. Who'll live just to love. I just love to live. Well, I'm born to be exactly what you see. Today ain't nothing more and less. I'm trying to listen to this right here. I just try to be exactly what you see. Today and every day. I'm just me. Charley Pride, everybody.
Charley Pride was
Love
great.
Charley Pride.
Oh,
I wish I could play it on here so you guys could hear the
I
now.
we'd get pains.
When people say life is rough, I wonder compared to what? We're going north, more and wanting less. I just want what I got. Live on a hill, others down by the sea. I'm gonna live behind high walls. I just wanna be free. I was just born to be exactly what you see. Ace, nothing more or less. I'm not the worst or the best. I just try to be exactly what you see. Today and every day. I'm just me, deedle, 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 dee. Born to be exactly what you see. And every day, I'm just me, deedle, 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 dee. Nobody can hear me.
Charley Pride was so good.
Well, nobody can hear me because they all got their earbuds in.
I know. Well,
I wish I could practice that song.
That's a pretty song.
When I was a boy, so I used to sing all the time, everywhere. I mean, since I was a kid. So when I was a little boy, my dad would play all the old country songs. I mean, old ones, and we'd have this record player, and he said, get in there, and he'd start playing the songs, and I don't know, I just enjoyed, I grew up on those kind of songs. And then as I got older, I always loved to hear my dad sing. So then when I got older, of course, I loved singing all the time. So I would sing in school, I'd sing in the locker rooms, I'd sing everywhere. Well, I got to be where everybody just heard me singing all the time in high school, middle school, you know. So never took it anywhere. I just enjoy singing. And you guys bear with me because this is our YouTube channel. And if you don't like it, you got to turn it off or turn down the volume and then come back after I'm done. So, but I played that song. I had a couple minutes and I got onto the song. And I've got a boy that you know, they're young and they're trying to figure out where they're going, what they're doing, but life never turns out the way you want it, right? It's always complaining. It's like you never get the job, you never get anything you really want. You think that way, right? And so for some reason that song come on and I sent it to him. And he's probably never heard of none of that song, none of that stuff, but just the simple message of it. It's just a simpleness. I just want to be free, and I'm not trying to be anything different than what you see. I'm not the worst, I'm not the best. I'm just exactly what you see, and that's me, you know? And I think with everything that's going on in the world right now and what's happening, so many people arguing, you wouldn't believe the people that, well, I got people that are in the finance business and banking business and other businesses and stuff, and they're saying that it's just in the airline business that people are on the edge right now. People are really argumentative, and there are a lot of just naysayers and all this stuff we're always arguing about and all that, you know. We're losing sight of kind of stuff, and it's easy. It's easy for all of us to. We lose sight here because of all the, you know, the business that we have. You know, there's so many customers that we have here, and there's running the business part. Amanda's going to sleep on me.
It's just part of it.
It's just part of it. So you gotta take a song like that, and you gotta put it in your day, and it makes you kind of retract back to what it's all about.
Right.
It's always going to be tough. This business is, every business is, and I've learned it. I thought when I got into this, I thought it's going to be perfect. I'm going to make sure it runs like a clock, you know, a Swiss clock they used to say, right? It's never going to do it. Always going to be problems, always going to be something wrong, and we're always going to be dealing with something. And I remember talking to I tell all the carpenters here, one in particular was here the other day, he was new, and I said, hey, these walls will never be exactly plumb, square, level, they'll never be perfect where everything fits. I said, a good carpenter can take anything he's given and make it look like $1 million. And that's, to me, I like that challenge. I like being able to take something that's not perfect and turn it into something, right? And that's the best thing you can do. And to be able to take criticism, right, and make do with it and be better at it. You know, I had a customer call me 4.5 years ago and he wanted some advice on some stuff going wrong with his house. He had a leak under the floor and something else. And I answered his call and I talked to him 4.5 years ago, you know. And he said, hey, I had a couple other suggestions I'd like to send you that was wrong with my house. I said, well, send them to me. I said, I ain't heard you in 4.5 years. I set up your house, did a few things, but love to know. I'd love to know what he wants. And that's something I want to be criticized, because if it's going to help me build a better home. Well, since then, of course, our traders are different, our process is different, our materials are different, and everything we do is different. And we've evolved into that, you know. So I always love criticism. I always do. I want to know how I can be better, you know. But today and every day, I'm just me. All right, Amanda, we can't do this. We can't do this video very long because you're going to melt.
Well, I'm good in here.
It's a
as long
hot
as
day.
It's not out there.
It's a hot day.
It is very hot.
Yeah. So, but good news over at the mountain. I really almost wanted to take another ride over there because yesterday I talked to Yump, the excavator, and we're actually cutting in a new road. And it's where
is it going to be?
Well, I always thought we're going to go there, but I didn't know for sure. And it's down below the old farmhouse, and it's going down below and up and around it. And they're deep wooded lots. And yeah, so we went ahead and did that. And I think he may have started on it today. I haven't been over there to check on it. So I'm almost tempted to go over there and look at it and keep you out of the sun.
Yeah, if
But-
you want to.
But we are, again, and that, you know, we walked through a lot of the builds that was going on yesterday and showing you what's going on. I know we have Rowley, a couple customers there. We're waiting on their cabinets. I want to show you your home. I know you guys wanted to see it. We showed you what's going on. But we don't want to show it again until we got some progress done with the cabinets and the flooring and stuff that's been coming in. Just progress, you know. So to me, showing a lot of what we do every single day can get a little old,
Well,
you know.
there's been a couple of changes in here.
Yep.
This one is a new one that was pulled in right
Yes.
here. And this is one that's switching over too. So that's something. This one is Sheehan, I believe.
Now look at this. If you want to just point this out, a lot of the people that have bought into our 10 by 20 ESP specials that were $25,000 homes,
Right.
they're saying, hey, just whatever you want to do with my house, add this and that, because I'm trying to see how we can speed them up and add a few things to it that may make it little. I'm just trying to come up with a good way of building these. When I first started, stucco it all. I love stucco. But in between all these little areas underneath that soffit and in that fascia is hard to stucco because you got to get a little bitty knife to stucco all that, right? And it's taken almost as long to do that as it is stucco the whole side.
Yeah.
So I said, let's cover it with wood.
I think that's a great idea.
All right, so let's just do it. So run a board down there, screw it on there, boom, 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 and it's just like we're getting this down. So now we got to kind of see how everything works and how fast we can get it done. So we're revolving into that. I think this is really going to save some time. We showed you the one Mike and Chuck are doing down there. V-groove on the ceiling.
This is their last week, I think. They'll be done this week.
Supposed to be done Friday.
Yep.
Yep. There was some trim in there we had to redo. We got some new people working here. But also, just the soffit, the fascias, the window trim on the outside and on the inside. Let's go this way, Amanda. But look how clean all this looks.
Oh, it looks great.
You know what?
It looks great.
So this was think about it. This is a 10 by 20, 200 square feet. I never include the loft in any of our square foot dimensions. And this has got a big loft. It's almost 10 foot by 8 foot, another 80 square feet inside here. And we're going to stucco and wood, probably do a wood ceiling. The loft was already in this, so we're not going to put a wood loft. I'm thinking about maybe or maybe not putting a wood loft in some of them.
Right.
I love the loft being out of metal because they're strong, and it's just, I love using the panels and everything we do, you know. You stay here, buddy.
And just a question I have about the panels is there's no talk of shortage with the panels?
No, I've talked to the manufacturer. We just got in a 700 panels. It takes about 120 to build a house about this size. So, you know, we almost got six, well, better than 6 homes there, I guess, right?
Okay.
About 6 homes we can build out of that one load.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, but I love these because it's nice and straight and square and plumb, and you can maneuver them a little bit, and you're already insulated. You could actually live in this house without any trim on it, any interior, exterior, anything. It is waterproof and it's done.
Yeah.
We're doing this, all of it, it's just aesthetics.
Yeah.
Makes it look like that.
And everybody will notice that the Hobbit number 2 has been pulled out. So, and this is Hobbit number 3 back here. So we'll have to show those maybe later or tomorrow.
You know what? I think about this. I'm thinking, you know, people watch this show a lot, right, every day. And I'm trying to do something that you try to add something that people are not going to be, won't be getting old, you know, but it's every single day, you know, and we've been doing this for years now. We show you how to build, we show you how to do this. So I'm hoping that, you know, that you guys learn a little bit every day, and I'm sorry if we're not being any more entertaining for you, that, you know, of what we're doing, but is what it is.
I think it's just you.
You think it is? Just me?
It's just you. Because see, I get to read all the comments and stuff, and listen, we have a lot of questions and a lot of comments, so we need to
Oh,
get
you were
to
going to
that
print
this
them
week.
out, weren't you?
Yeah, so we'll try to get to that tomorrow because, I mean, there's just a lot of good suggestions and all kinds of, just a lot.
Okay, well,
Which is
good.
great.
Well, that helps me when I read them comments.
People are not bored with the show.
Okay, well, you're not bored. Let's go now. All right, let me talk to you. I've got a dilemma and a design thing that I've got to come up with.
Okay.
All right, so.
What's your dilemma?
Can't get it. That's one of my partnerships calling me. All right, we have some homes that are off grid and they want tanks. They want a water tank, black water, fresh water, and gray water tanks. As you guys know, if your tanks are under your house, it's going to freeze if you're in the winter. You got to keep them from freezing, either skirt it, pin it, but if you're on a home that's traveling a lot, they're going to freeze. If you go in an RV are so built up high off the ground, your tanks are up in the floor, they're heated, they're in a space, and if you don't keep it heated, you got to winterize it. So we have a few customers that wants their tanks in the floor, and it's a really kind of a weird way of being able to do it. Let me tell you one. I'm going to tell these guys. Hang on. Hey, David. Yep. That'll do it. All right, buddy. Talk to you in the morning or tomorrow afternoon. All right. Bye. Sorry about that. Of course, we edited a little bit, but I had to take that call, everybody. Sorry about that. All right.
I turned it off for a little bit.
Couple things. We talked about tanks. There's a freshwater, gray water, and black water. Freshwater, Amanda, is what you put on your face in the morning. Gray water, Amanda, is your shower and your sink water. And black water is your...
I don't want to get too close to you. We'll get complaints.
Black water is your caca. Okay, so if you got a floor like this, come on. Walk this way, Amanda. All right, so right here, what we have here is 5.5 inches to work with. So we got to get a tank that's 5.5 inches tall, right? And then we got our floor joist 16 inch on center. You can go about 8 or 9, 10 foot, however wide your house is. They're hard to find right now. They're not even making them. You got to buy generic size tanks. So the ones we're finding are 10, 12, 13 inches tall, 24 inches wide, 6 foot long. And what happens is a couple dilemmas here. Not only getting the tanks, but we can't span these floors 24 inches. And people are wanting the tanks accessible from a door right here. All right, so to trim out that door in your living room, yeah, you're gonna throw a rug over it. I'm gonna cut a square out of here, put an inlet, an inset flush lever that you can grab, right? You're gonna see that crack all around that, and that's the one thing I don't know what a customer's expecting, because we don't do them that often, and they're gonna say it doesn't fit perfect. I can't do it perfect. Another thing is, if we increase the height of that floor joist, we just did one, the Amish, Watson, and we increased it by a 2 by 10, and they want their tanks in the floor. You just lost room in your headroom in your loft, okay? But I think that design particularly had a shed roof. It wasn't all that bad. But you're gonna lose headroom the more this goes up. Second or third thing that is you've got to really think about is now you have a toilet. I'm gonna point it right here. So the toilet is right here. The pipe comes at this elevation. It's inside this 2 by 6. If I raise up this floor to accommodate a tank that's 12 inches tall, and I don't access that tank from the top, anything from the bottom that I go, it can only go up halfway. It can only go up as high as that pipe is in the tank. So if you get a 12-inch tank, you're only gonna be able to put up 6 inches unless you access it from the top portion of it, right? It needs to fall right down inside the top of it. So then we got customers that want the tanks here and the bathroom there. And we got to travel 24 feet, and the toilet, there's not much room. So we hold it up as high as we can, and then it's got to fall towards the tank. When you're falling, you're losing volume in your tank. So I always suggest put the tanks under the house. We can insulate it. There's some what do you call it? These electric blankets you can wrap around it, put the heat on it. You know, and I was trying to think, and I probably need to talk to some of the homeowners and ask them, what is their intentions with these tanks? Right. You know, yeah. That a tank is only for traveling. Yeah. It's the only reason you need a tank. Now, a water tank is kind of cool. Okay, I got a freshwater tank. Freshwater don't matter. It's got a pump. You can fill it full and pump it high. It doesn't matter on elevation of, the pipe going into it. So we're going to find out really what some people think they need tanks because they want to be off grid. Okay, I'm going to be off grid eventually. So compost toilet, no tank. Gray water, I'm in one spot. I don't need to have a tank for gray water. My black water's taken care of. Gray water, probably if I'm out in the mountains or something, I'm just going to go out in the woods and have it dumped. An oak tree, I've read, it can consume 350 gallons, Amanda. Yeah. In a day.
You told me that.
In a day. Can you imagine that?
That's
like,
crazy.
All right, that 50-gallon drum, look at this thing. This is 50 gallons. 50 gallons. An oak tree can suck up 7 of these?
7 times 5?
350. An oak tree. And you go in the mountains, and they're It's just everywhere, oak trees. Think about the water that they're sucking out of the ground. Well, they got a unique way of when there's a drought, they don't need it.
Of surviving. Yeah.
Isn't that cool? But if it's available, they can suck up that much water. And some trees even do more than that, like a sycamore tree will even suck up more than. Listen, everybody, I am not an expert on that for sure, you know. So, but anyway, that's just what I read.
But I have a question about, I still have one, not actively, of course, but on my property, there is still standing an outhouse. Is it illegal to have an outhouse?
Good question. We're here in Cotton County, Tennessee, and I remember going to the mayor of the county, and Christine something, I think, and she welcomed us in the county. It was real nice how all that worked out. And I remember asking her, was there any zoning, or about tiny homes? And she said to me, she goes, you know what? She goes, here in Cotton County, she goes, we want people to live free. We want them to do what they want, live what they want without the least amount of restrictions as we can. We don't care if you live in a tent and an outhouse. Now, that was her opinion. I don't know what the really zoning laws are. So I don't really know, Amanda, the state code on an outhouse, how that can work. If you need a permit for it or what.
I'd like to look it up. I know that probably about as close as about 12, 15 years ago, when my mom was alive, they used to go to a church to visit, like over near Washburn or Sigornsville or something. The church had an outhouse.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
So, but that's in the mountains. That's out where it's not a lot of people.
Right.
So.
Well, you know what surprised me, because they're in Tennessee, is our Amish partnerships, and that's who I was on the phone with. Is they've all got outhouses.
Do they?
Yeah.
And they're in Kentucky.
They're in Kentucky, but they also have gray water. Gray water goes out on the ground, or somewhere, or in a septic system.
Something.
But they didn't pull any permits or nothing.
I just be curious, because like if you're out in the woods, if you're somewhere out in the woods, you can do what you want to, right?
Well,
on a piece of land.
Until you got one of your really nice neighbors calls on you and tells you, hey, come, I don't like them, and I think they're breaking the law. So, but yeah, that's normally how it's done. I've always every inspector who's ever came to look at anything, they always said, he said it's so easy. He said it's disgruntled employees or neighbors, everybody eats their own. So, but on the gray water, if you're off grid, your gray water tank, if it gets full, you got to dump it. So if you're not mobile and transporting,
how do you dump it?
Well, you go to like a camper, like a RV park. What is that? KOA. You pull in there and they got a hole in the ground. You put your pipe in, you pull your slide valve and go.
But if you're
if you're stationary, even for a month, if you're stationary for more than a week, you don't need a tank.
Yeah.
You got to get rid of it some other way. You're going to be full now. You got to move your house, come back, all that stuff. Black water, same way. So gray water and black water, you fill it up. You might fill it up in 2-3 days. If you have a long shower, for sure. So I really don't know why people are needing. Now I can understand a fresh water. Now the only thing I don't really think it's a good idea to have fresh water in your house.
Yeah.
Is you're limited on size. So I want to live off grid. And let's say I want to go on vacation. I want to take my house with me, right?
Right.
So I'm going to unplug. Ding, ding, ding. I still got my compost toilet, right? My gray water is just a pipe going out on the ground. And my fresh water, okay, I'm going to leave my tank at the house.
Yeah.
I want as much volume as I can.
Right.
There are droughts. We go through droughts here in Tennessee. The fall is real dry here. Summer we get some rain, in the winter we get a lot of rain. We get 50 inches a year or more here in a year. So love the water. I'll probably never drill another well. I collect it off of our gutters. But if you only got a 35 or 50 gallon tank on your house and that's all you got to have another source to fill it up. So if you got to get another source, why have a tank? So I'm sure there's
I'm curious.
there's some scenarios that I don't know about that people are saying, well, I got this, you know, and that's fine. But I just wanted to point that out because Tom and I are right now, we got 4 homes that's got to have tanks under them. They're so hard to get a hold of, you know, and then it's better for us to strap them right under where the toilet are so they can dump and use the full volume of that tank. And of course, like I said, the water tank can be anywhere. You can put a water tank upstairs.
Right.
But then you got to contend with the weight of that water. It's 8 pounds a gallon. You got a 500, you can't put a 500 gallon tank in the house.
No.
2,000, was it? 8 times 5 is 4,000 pounds? Yeah. So anyway, I wanted to bring that up to you guys if you thought about it. Some people, you may be interested in this and you don't even, you know, you're not living off grid, you don't want nothing to do with it. But you know, an RV, so you get in your RV and you're going down the road. We used to have a motor home years ago and we wanted to stay the night. You just pull in a Walmart parking lot, you take a shower, you can use the toilet and all that stuff, and you got tanks.
But you're moving.
You only got a couple days. Your water's gone, your tank's full, you got to go dump.
Right.
And I don't know very many of our customers that actually run up and down the roads as like an RV.
I don't either.
So that's what I'll probably be doing some calling and talking to some of the homeowners.
Of our customers. We did have one, but it's parked now.
It's parked now.
But,
Had 2.
Yeah, there's nobody. I don't think.
Right.
Not that we know of.
Yep. So I thought that was a good a topic of interest about these tanks.
Okay.
And I think it's coming up even more, Mandy, because there is this big need about kind of getting away from the cities and, you know, there's a lot of stuff. Everybody's kind of scared of what's going on with the world and all that. And say, I want to be able to get out in the woods or get away from somebody, or maybe even get away from all the hectic stuff that's going on.
Right.
And you just want to get away.
Right.
If you got your tiny home and get away like that, I can understand. You want your tanks, you want to be about gone 3 or 4 days, that's good. I also suggest this, black and gray water tank, if you want to. If you don't want a tank hooked to the house, let's say you're going to travel a couple days out of the year, or you're going to go for 3 days, you can get a portable black and gray water tank. It's on wheels. It's almost like an enclosed wheelbarrow, and you just scoot it underneath your house.
I've seen that.
Yeah, and well, we've had a few, right?
Yeah.
And you hook it up to your slide valve of your toilet, and you pull it out, and then when it fills up. Now, if you're going to be in a campground, you're going to be somewhere you're going to be. If not, you're going to have to load it up, right? Because it fills up. It's 35 gallons. It can get heavy.
Yeah.
But if you're somewhere stationary out in the woods somewhere, then at least you got that tank. It's temporary. You're going to have to take it with you and then dump it somewhere.
Right.
So whatever comes out of you, it comes out of that shower, is going to be in that tank, and then you got to go get rid of it.
Right.
Right?
Well, and two, like if you're going to travel with it, really, really know what you're doing. Don't do it because it's trendy or something like that. I'm looking at the wheels right now. You got to make sure that the lug nuts and everything is tightened, and you know how to change a tire or how to figure out something.
These houses, yeah.
I can't do this. I'm not one of those people that knows how to
Right.
do that. Some people are. So
Yeah.
you gotta know.
Yeah, well, we build these houses to travel down the road, and we've been doing it for a long time now, over 6 years.
Yeah.
We've been doing it with wood, and as you know, your Airstreams, your holiday campers, and all your Winnebagos, and all the main RV, they don't use wood.
There's a reason.
There's a reason for it, because like I said on the other video, it moves, contracts, cracks, warps, all this stuff, and it needs to be maintained.
Right.
So these are a work of art. There's things that you have to watch, stain, caulk, and take care of these things, you know.
Yeah.
So you go up and down the road constantly, and you're hitting ice cold, and then you're hitting sun, and you're hitting humidity, and then dry, and you're traveling all over and having a great time. You got to constantly be tweaking this to take care of it, you know.
Right.
This house here is a big one. I mean, this talking is 36 foot long with a 10-foot porch on the back, which is a full 36. Of course, that's not going to be an RV. Now, it's got a 3 axles on it, and we'll take it down the road. We'll take it across the country. But it's not like an RV where you're going to pull it in an RV park.
I would never feel comfortable with something like that.
It's way over width. You can't do that. But
Okay.
that's got 8 lugs. This is a big old
That's
trailer.
Big, yeah.
It's a big dog right here. Yep. Ah.
How do we get outside?
That's the beauty in editing.
Well, it ain't editing. We're
Stop it.
pre-recorded.
You stop the camera and turn it on.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
Pre-recorded.
You know, we used to be live, and it was the signal was terrible. The I don't want to say the picture.
The quality.
The quality of the picture wasn't all that great either, you know. So I love this, being able to stop and start and really be able to think about what we want to show you guys, you know, and talk to you a little bit different. Things happen throughout the show. It's constantly, our day is, you know, I always tell everybody, you know, there's not 3 minutes that passes that something doesn't change.
That is true.
Something you have to address, something, you know.
Yeah.
I remember, what was it? There was,
all day.
yeah, there was a time where we had to be quiet for some reason.
Yeah.
And it wasn't 30 seconds, nobody could be quiet.
Yeah. Oh, forget it. I can't. No. I ain't doing it.
Yeah, there's just a lot going on, but
I'll be quiet when I'm dead.
I
doubt it. That ain't gonna happen.
I just want to be exactly what you see today and every day.
Hey, can we?
I'm just me.
Okay.
Okay, that's Charlie Pratt.
Okay.
I was saying earlier, go back to the beginning
Yeah,
of
go
the show.
back to the beginning. We
Yeah,
liked
yeah,
it
yeah,
then.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey, go over and show that tank. Quinn! Because we were just talking about tanks. Let's show what one looks like.
Yes, ma'am. I'm on it.
Dun, 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 dun. That's a tank, right?
That is a tank. Now, that is more of a freshwater tank.
Okay.
Let me show you here. So the inlet is real small, right?
Oh, yeah.
So water in, water out.
Wow.
Now, water's out because it can suck the bottom of the tank out, you know, and drain it out, and the water goes in at the top.
Okay.
So just think if you had a 3-inch sewer line, and I had to cut a hole, a 3-inch sewer in that tank, you're only going to be able to fill it up that much right there. That's it. Now, if it came in through the top, you can fill up the whole part of it.
Okay.
So I think sometimes when people say, hey, I want my tank on one end of the house, and they don't really know that maybe the dynamics
Right.
of how a tank works.
Right.
On almost all of your RVs, and I'm not an RV specialist, but from what I've heard and guys talking, is the tanks are directly underneath the shower and the toilet, right? Okay. There you go. But those tanks are hard to get a hold of, man.
They are very hard to get a hold of.
Yep.
Apparently, with the pandemic and stuff, maybe the factories they're hard to get a hold of parts or something.
Yeah, we were actually ordered some, and they never came in, and then they reimbursed our money back.
Right.
You know.
So.
All right.
So it's something to consider. Joe did that yesterday.
That looks like it came out of a Mad Max movie.
Mad Max and King Kong.
That's
Yes. I said
King
I want to be Jessica Lange.
That's exactly it.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I love it.
And we're putting legs on the backside so the wind doesn't blow it over. It's
I
so
love
tall.
it. I love it.
And we got wind, of course, the little sails that go through it.
I love it.
That thing's going all the way around the whole place.
Yes, I
Yep.
say yeah.
And it'd be
That's-
big vines and green
Sure.
one day.
Oh,
It'd
it'd
be
be
pretty.
great.
Yep. Awesome. Oh, I wanted to tell,
Okay.
we have a tentative contract on this house back here.
Oh, good.
That's the one we brought back from Oregon.
Yep.
And
9 by 28.
is it 9 by 28?
Mhm.
Yep. It's a tentative contract on it.
Okay.
And so we'll keep you posted on how that goes.
Right.
Yep. That's exciting.
And probably, do we want to pass through there just to show the new house they got set
Let me
up,
see
just
if I
to
can go
pass
up
by
here.
and show it?
Sure.
It's the Winnie the Pooh house. And you all set it up, what, Saturday?
Yeah. Set it up Saturday, Tom and I. Yep. This is the one with the horizontal Murphy bed.
Beautiful
inside.
colors. It's so cute.
Yeah.
Look at that light blue.
Oh, look, she got a little Winnie the Pooh on the door.
I see that. Let me see. Yeah, Winnie the Pooh there on the door. Very cute. Yeah, 8 by 24.
Yep, and just first time she's seen it completely done. She's,
Okay.
Yep, she came down to see it.
Okay,
So.
good.
Now, see, that has all stucco, no wood on the outside.
Yeah, no wood.
I love it. I love the look.
Yeah, mhm.
We're just finding it takes so much more time.
Well, I love how you all evolved and you make decisions as you go and say, you know what, this might make that a little bit better, a little bit quicker.
Well, and you know, let's take this over here, Michael Tyson. We already went inside and did his.
We didn't go inside.
Oh, we didn't go inside?
No, we never went inside.
Let's go knock on his door.
No, let's do it Thursday.
Let's go knock on his door.
No, we're not doing that. We'll ask him if we can come over Thursday. Stop!
But he's got color swatches out. He's playing with colors. And then as soon as he finds out what he wants, we're going to order the stucco for him.
I love it.
And he's wanting to do his own stuccoing.
Okay.
All right, everybody, listen. He is in there with no air conditioning.
That's amazing. It is hot.
It's hot here.
It is hot.
But he's a Florida boy. You can see his license plate. But he's doing good. And actually, I think it cools off enough in the evening. You know what? You get used to the cold air conditioning.
Yeah.
You get a little lazy, man.
Well, I like being lazy then.
All right, let's go here. And we've got a little homestead going on over here, 2 of them.
Yes.
No vegetation quite yet. We're waiting to get some dirt in here and kind of play around, but everybody's can plant little bushes and trees and stuff
what I would do is I would power wash my concrete. I'd paint it, and I think I'd put me up a pretty
That's a great idea.
Pretty little fence, some little cutesy barrier around.
Do we need to go through the forest?
Let's do that.
It's been a while since we went through that. I'm going to show you guys. Have you not been through the forest lately?
Let's do that.
All right. There's a beach. That's Laguna Way. All that dirt will be spread out, and this is going to be our farmland right here.
Okay.
I guarantee you, Amanda, when it's said and done, I bet we could grow enough food to feed everybody in here.
My goodness.
If we wanted to.
If we want to.
It's going to be a lot of work. A lot of work. And I don't know, I really don't think there's enough people here dedicated enough to make that happen. Like all this land here along the side.
There's so much to use.
Oh my, yeah, we could plant fruit trees and this is endless stuff we could use.
There's a ton of stuff.
Also out here, underneath the power lines, now these are secondary power lines. I don't think they put out that, that radiation that the big power lines do.
Oh, good, yeah.
Here's a whole probably 3 acres right here we could plant.
Beautiful.
Yep. I always thought, when you go down the interstate and you got the median between the interstates, I always thought, why don't they farm that?
Hey, real quick, I want to show people who are not here yet. This is a lot.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so this is where the house would be.
Yes.
And over here is their parking.
Yeah, in between, you got this in between them.
Beautiful. 2 of them. There's 2 of them.
And another lot's not being used.
Right.
Yep.
Man, it looks nice down through here.
Oh, it's cooler in here.
Beautiful. Oh, it's nice and cool.
So here's another lot.
Yeah.
For the house and the parking.
Yeah.
Look how far apart. You got this and then the parking.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that not cool? So that's 3.
Yeah.
There's 4 right there.
Yep, right there's one.
Here's 5.
Another one. Yeah. Ooh, what a nice Jeep.
That is awesome. That's Blount County. That's a local county.
Huh.
6.
Yeah. So
7.
So 6. So 7.
Hey.
Look how cute. That looks so nice. David's.
Yeah.
So 7. So I was curious how many are empty.
Look, there's 290.
Yeah.
7, still 7. That's parking. Oh, this is 8. She's got her van on another person's lot. Nobody on it yet. 9.
So there's 9 not.
Yep.
There's 9 not used.
Yep.
Oh, we made it. So there's
Well, I love these decorative barrels, don't you?
Well, I actually do.
I wonder what they're here for.
Right. So this is 10.
10. I thought that was a horse trailer. They had a horse here. 10. That's 11 over there.
11.
Here's a big container.
Uh-huh. Nice. So 11.
$12.
Get 12.
13.
13.
14.
Oh, 14.
15.
15.
16.
16.
17.
17.
And that's it.
17. Wait a second.
Oh, yeah.
18.
18, 19. 18,
18
19.
and 19.
Here's 20.
20.
Now, they're not available. They're all
No.
spoken for.
20. Is that one? What are those down there?
Yeah, there's available.
21.
22.
22.
Yep, there's only 4 there, so that's 22.
22.
Then you got one here's 23.
23.
That's it.
So there's 23 that are not occupied. Not
Right.
for lease. They're all leased.
Exactly.
But 23 that are not occupied.
Yep.
So either they haven't moved here yet, or they're wanting a sublease, or they're trying to sublease. I don't know.
Yep.
What did I say? 23.
That's what you said, Amanda.
We're about to start Ron and Alice's house.
Yep.
It's coming up.
God, I got so much to do tonight. I still got to see them. I got to go to see a couple other people
Look
in
from
here.
there. Wow.
Man. Can't wait till our great wall of Godzilla.
So how many? So let's check and see how many on the beach.
Really?
Well, we have some people that are getting ready to move. They're waiting on the prairie. So it's really, we can't tell. So
Yeah, I got to move. I know I got to move Cindy's over.
yeah, we're planning that. We're trying to plan that. Trying to go around her work schedule
Yep.
and sleep schedule. Wow. There's Ron. See Ron?
Yep.
There he is. Got his cowboy hat on.
Yep. Gosh, we got so much to do still.
Hey, Ron.
We'll stop up here in the shade, huh?
Yeah. Hey, Mark. Look
There's-
at Mark.
He's our security. That's so
That is
funny.
ITH security.
That's cool.
I love Mark.
Yeah. All right, everybody, let's take a ride. I know this is kind of getting a long video, but like I said, you all can turn it off whenever you want. We're just freewheeling and going, and I'm just being me, Amanda.
Just
understand
being
it?
you.
I'm just being me.
Hey, turn on your lights if you don't care.
I'm going to turn them on because I don't care.
Because you don't care. Exactly.
Yep. And
Hey,
everybody.
Brayden.
He goes to school. He comes after school and does
Yeah.
some work for us.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Let's go down here and see if we can cut in the road today.
Okay.
See what happens.
Oh, gosh.
You know what I wanted to share with you guys?
What?
I had a really cool encounter with one of the homeowners here.
Yeah?
And hadn't seen her in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Got here. You know what was really nice is she greeted me with a smile and said she loved it here, she loved her home, and she loved the people here. I mean, it was all positive.
Yeah.
And it was so good to hear something it was like, made me feel good about what we're doing.
Right.
And you guys just seen on here, see all the dirt, it's all under construction. And she said, this place is beautiful. She goes, it's gonna do nothing but get more beautiful. Is that a word? More beautiful.
It's gonna get prettier.
Prettier, that's right.
More beautiful.
Yep, and just those words of encouragement and being positive, it really, I felt my whole fence like, it's nice. It made me smile, made me feel good. So it was really a cool encounter, you know, when you get somebody like that.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we got here. Oh boy. Look at that home site, man. It's right up in them woods.
Wow.
Isn't that awesome? Hey, maybe we'll find a yump sighting over here. Oh yeah, we got a little bit of dirt.
I love it over here. I just love it over here.
It is so much cooler.
Oh my God, it's just pretty.
All right, here's our new road.
This is it. Oh my gosh.
Yep. He busted into the woods.
Here, kind of show. Please don't drive down there.
No, I won't. I'm not gonna go down in there. Oh, we can.
Don't, no.
No. See, that's where the track's been.
I'm not going.
No, let's go.
No, Randy, no.
I'm not gonna tip over.
No, stop.
Are you going? Look, are you mad?
I'm not going down there.
Right.
I'm not going down there.
All right, watch me. Are you gonna walk? Well, see where it goes.
You're gonna have to take the video.
No, walk right behind me. Here we go. Look at that, Amanda. Easy peasy. Oh, Amanda, come here. Look at this. Amanda, I would never do anything dangerous with you on here.
Yes, you would.
Did you show your feet?
Yes. That's my OSHA approved.
Why didn't you walk on the dirt?
I'm not walking on the dirt. My flip-flops will get muddy.
What?
My flip-flops will get muddy.
Well, now you're going to get stopped.
Oh.
She fell one time, years ago. She had these boots on. We were out to the lake when the lake receded way back.
Yeah.
And it was like somebody knocked her feet right out from under her.
Instantly.
I mean, and she face planted right in the mud. And it wasn't got an inch from her skull was a stub sticking up about like that, and it was razor sharp.
It'd have killed me.
Hmm.
Ah, you did not! Oh!
Look at this.
What am I gonna buy on Amazon
Look at
tonight,
this
baby?
this.
What am I gonna buy tonight?
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Cha-ching!
Yeah.
Oh, Randy.
Look at this.
Oh my goodness. Oh my.
One day.
Oh.
This was one day.
I wish I could afford Yump. I need him at my house.
I know it.
Oh.
Look at this.
Oh my.
I've been waiting to open this up.
Oh.
I knew it was here. Yep.
Right off there.
Yep.
Look at that. Oh my, that's so pretty. How far can we go?
I don't know, man. You need to get in there. I'll drive.
No, cause you get me in a spot. You get me in a bind.
I won't, man.
You always
How can I get in your bind? Look, it's like paved with gold blocks.
I don't trust you.
All right, let's walk. I like walking.
Okay, you want to walk?
Let's go. Love walking.
I love walking.
I love walking.
Randy.
What?
You're gonna have to.
Why don't you go barefoot?
I can't.
Why?
Well, I mean.
It'll feel good in that old clay.
Well.
Kick your feet off.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Tell me that don't feel good.
Oh, it does
Here, I'll
taste
carry your flip-flops. Because you might get down here, might be some gravel, might be something you don't want to step in, Amanda. Ah. Now, right along this left side is a row of trees. You can't really tell with all the undergrowth, but there's a really nice row of trees all through here. There's all kinds of, you know what a pawpaw is?
Yeah, of course.
There's all kinds of pawpaw trees down here.
No.
I was eating a pawpaw yesterday.
My gosh.
Nice
Picking up
and sweet.
pawpaws, putting them in a basket. Remember the picking up pawpaws, put them in the basket. Picking up pawpaws, put them in
Never
the basket.
heard that.
Picking up pawpaws, put them in the basket. Way down yonder in the pawpaw patch.
That was nice. So this was actually, it was growed up like in there,
Yeah.
but it's an old road bed.
Oh, Randy. So this used to be a road.
Yep.
Oh.
Tell me this ain't gorgeous.
Well, this is a nice surprise.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, this is
I've been
nice.
holding off on this. So
this is behind the old house up here.
Yes.
Oh, Randy.
All right, so how this works is, believe it or not, there's a triangle right here to our left
Yeah.
we don't own.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about
Probably
that.
4 acres.
Yeah.
And we don't own it. And I was like, I don't care. But here's the property line right here. You can buy 1,000 acres, you don't want your neighbor's property. Now to the right, of course, I'm gonna put lots in here.
Yeah.
One
of
there,
course.
here,
Oh,
all along.
my goodness.
Yep.
So is this what you walked yesterday?
In the woods, and it was like, brrr.
Oh, yeah. I see your ribbons.
Yep. And the houses will be,
Let me show the ribbons. There's a ribbon.
you couldn't see nothing yesterday.
I bet not.
Yeah.
There's a ribbon. Oh, my goodness.
I thought he was gonna do it. That's why I wanted to come over here and show you guys.
This is so exciting.
So we got this done in a day.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Oh, I love it. How exciting is this?
Super duper. See that slight incline up there in the
Yes.
woods? And you're gonna have a home perched up in there.
Oh my God, it feels amazing.
Yep, this is a canopy, look. It's a complete canopy over the road. Now trees, all right, we've got people who's never lived in the forest. People look up in the woods and they go, oh my God, there's a dead limb, or oh, that's gonna fall on this and that. Listen, that's part of living in the woods. You're gonna contend with it. Some of these trees will be there forever. They won't even, it'll be years, you'll be gone before they fall. You know, to me, I love contending with them. I've been in the woods for the last 30 years of my life, working with trees, living underneath them. I think they have more benefit, you know, than they do worry.
Yeah. Oh my God, beautiful.
I lived on a road that had so many trees, I carried a chainsaw in my truck just to get home back and forth, you know?
Hey, there's the fence.
Yeah, that's it. That's the property line.
That's awesome. Gosh, I wonder how far.
Well, let's keep walking, Amanda.
We'll see.
Isn't that beautiful, these little lots back in here?
This is so beautiful. Wow, it looks right here.
Probably stops, yeah.
Yeah.
So we have a pin right there. It's our property pin. There is a ravine that runs right up through here behind the old farmhouse.
Yeah.
Our property goes from this pin, you can find it in here. He probably found it right behind here. Then it goes straight up the mountain.
Wow.
So our property line will go to the left, and then we got this ravine that kind of goes to the right. So there's a pie shape before the mountain kicks up where it's too steep to even fool with.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna take this road and we're gonna run it along that ravine
Yeah.
and see how far back we can go in that holler behind the farmhouse.
Yeah.
So we're gonna make a big loop around it.
Oh my.
Yeah,
Oh, how nice is this?
I like it. Yep.
I can't wait till we start naming roads.
Roads.
In here. That'll be fun. We got to come up with something cool.
Oh man. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a pawpaw tree for you guys. It kind of like a mango, banana taste.
Was it around in here?
The big sea. Oh, it's all over in here.
See, well, you know what this could be? Pawpaw Trail.
Here you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pawpaw Trail.
Huh.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Oh my God, that's pretty.
But this was done in a day.
Unbelievable.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Where's all the debris?
Yeah.
I mean, it was trees. There were brush.
What did he do with it?
All right, let me explain to you guys a little bit about excavating. Now you can take, like right in them woods, they make a machine that would go in there and just gobble up most of them trees that are probably 4 to 5 inches around and smaller and just gobble them up, right?
Okay.
And you're like, oh wow, it looks really great. What's left in the ground? The stumps and the roots.
Yeah, right.
That will rot. And as it rots, you don't want that in a road base. And you don't want it in a mower, so you don't want a field out there where you got roots. So if you got livestock or even walking,
because I saw big strips of where the roots were.
you got it.
You have to get the
Yeah.
roots out.
See these roots here?
Yeah.
So they've taken that machine all day long. They take that track hoe that you guys seen was got that bucket in the teeth.
Yeah.
They take it and they just take about
Drag.
3 or 4 inches and they go like this, like
Okay.
this, and they pull that stuff into a big old pile. Then you take that big knuckle, they grab a hold of it, and then they can walk or load a truck with it.
Because right here was where some roots were.
Yes. Now this is, I'll get with Yump, but this looks like topsoil,
Wow.
and it's bad
You got to dig down.
for a road. And I'm hoping we don't have to dig too much, because he'll take the topsoil out, got to bring some good soil in, and then we'll build a road on it.
Oh man.
So I'm gonna do some
where do you get dirt at?
up on the mountain.
Okay, so you get that.
And so that's why we sometimes cut a road up on the mountain, because
When
it's
you
free
don't
dirt.
need it, it's free dirt.
And so we get free dirt plus a road, we build the base,
Yeah.
so it's kind of a win.
So sometimes that's
So-
why excavating gets a little bit more expensive at times.
Yeah, you
You
don't,
don't stay on budget because it's like, well, one day you might want that road, but you don't
Yeah.
need it now, but you need the dirt. So
and then also, you know, everybody else says, I don't know if you guys, there's a rock clause. They hit rock, I mean, they're gonna say I'm not liable for a rock, you know, because I've got to dynamite it, drill it, whatever, you got to
Right.
contend with the rock. Well, have you ever thought about hitting a topsoil clause? I
Yeah.
mean, you got to dig it out of here.
Yeah.
You know, now, now what I want to do is, buddy of mine's an engineer, and there might be some here even watching, but that's why we use that underlayment, is to go on some unstable ground like this. And so when we put that underlayment on it and pour gravel on top of it, that spreads the surface area out. So if you run a truck up through here and it's on unstable ground here,
yeah.
it spreads the surface. You won't have a big rut in the middle of the road where the
Yeah.
tires are going. But that's why we used the Geotech fiber underneath the gravel and build a road with.
This is just stunning. I'm so glad you brought us over here because this is really pretty. I knew you were over here, you and Yump were over here for a long time yesterday.
Yeah,
Trying to
map
plan
this
it all
out, man. Well, he had a road up there at the Ribbons. That was actually the road.
Yeah.
And so we started talking, you know, and both of us were kind of collaborating what we're going to do. And so after we talked and we walked up and down here crisscrossing all this stuff and got a picture where we're going. And I said, well, wait a minute. You know, there's 2 rows of houses here. I actually told him when we first said, I said, let's build a road about 80 feet from this line and put a road and we'll access both sides. Well, the main road going up to the house where the old haunted looking farmhouse is, we can actually come off of that road and feed our upper lots.
Okay.
I said, well, if we do that, let's not put a road in the middle, let's put it back down here. And so these 2 lots are back to back with no road in between, so there's more
Right.
privacy. There's more vegetation, right? And then we cut and his idea is, well, instead of how do you get in here, we'll go between 2 lots and access down in here.
Oh my God, so smart.
Yeah, so
Y'all, I mean, this is what amazes me. You know, I've always heard with people over the years talking about, and ever since I've known you for 20 years, talking with your excavating and everything you did at Brothers Cove and how you mapped, I'd watch you map things out. I seen you walk every inch of everything.
Yeah.
You said you have to do that.
you got to
get it
see,
right.
yeah, you got to see every bit of it.
To get it right.
Because well, you know what? That's what's fun about mountainous property.
Yeah.
Around the corner, you don't know what you're going to get. Like
You
right
don't
around that
know.
corner, you don't know that there's a 10-foot ravine.
Yes.
A ravine.
You don't know.
It's like, okay, now we got to contend with that.
Yeah.
You know, build a bridge over it, fill it, access it some way, but I don't know.
But
It's,
you can't just buy a piece of property and say, "Hey, I'm gonna throw some houses in there." You better know or love to figure things out.
I just get a picture in my head of where I want my home sitting, and I love all the vegetation. So when we come in here, we're not touching anything but where a driveway and a house sits,
Wow.
and just let it grow.
Let
you know?
it grow.
Yep.
God,
Now,
it's pretty.
in Brothers Cove, and I may have said this before, it was as a resort that I used to own, and I built from nothing, just like this.
Yeah.
From nothing. You can go on the website and look at Brothers Cove. But we would go in there, and I'd tell Yump to go just weave his way in through the woods, right? Because the parking was here. I said, so just don't knock any trees down, get into the job site.
Yeah.
And then when he got in there, he'd kill all the tree, get all the trees out of the spot. And then he said, man, there's trees right up against the footers and everything like that. And I said, that's fine.
That's okay.
We used to take rope and pull all the trees back away from the house. And so they're all pulled back. We'd dig footers, we'd build the whole house. And then when we're done staining and everything, I'd let the ropes go and the trees and the bushes would go back up against the house. And it looked like the house had been there for 50 years.
And
so,
see that at my house, my barn, where the trees have grown beside of it, it's helping hold. The trees are helping hold up that barn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
and you
I
got
love that
several
barn.
right on the corner.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Wow. Well, this is beautiful.
Cool. Well, everybody, I hope you've enjoyed this video. What's today, Tuesday?
Today's Tuesday.
Every day's Tuesday.
Every day's a Tuesday.
I love it. Somebody sent me, there's something about Tuesday. God, I need to remember that. They said there was something very special about Tuesdays.
Really?
And I never knew that. If you were listening to this, could you send that to me again? They said there was something special about Tuesdays, and it just popped into me because Monday,
oh, it's so dreaded.
so it gets a lot of notoriety.
Yeah, it does.
Wednesday is what day?
Hump day.
Hump day.
Mm-hmm.
Thursday, you don't need a title. Friday's right around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Friday is Friday. The weekend's here.
Yeah.
Tuesday is neglected.
Mm-hmm.
So Tuesday, to me, is the most proficient day that a lot of stuff gets done.
Mm-hmm.
Monday's over. You're in the meat, the week's too long to think about a weekend, and you're just pounding it hard. So every day's a Tuesday.
Yeah.
I love it. Have a great night. I'm Randy Jones with Incredible Tiny Homes. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit the subscribe button, thumbs up if you will, if you liked this video. If you didn't like it, give me a thumbs down. Tell me why you didn't like it. All right, everybody. Come to Tennessee, come see me, Newport, Tennessee. Just show up. Just show up. Don't even call. Just show up, okay?
Stop.
I want a bus load, Amanda.
No.
Bus loads.
Oh my God.
Make sure you subscribe first before you come over. Just saying.
Okay.
Thanks, everybody, for supporting our channel, supporting our company, and watching what we do.
Yeah.
We'll be back tomorrow.
Okay.